Hey, what's up, guys? It's Confessions of a Doctorholic with Hafsa Slayman, and happy Bullying Prevention Month. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, a personal insight into bullying. I don't know why I was bullied. There were these 5 girls at school, and it was literally like something out of Mean Girls, and I'm not joking about it. It was terrifying. It happened to me throughout high school. I reckon from grade 8 till grade 12, it was horrific. And it got progressively worse as the years went by. There were these 5 girls and 1 guy. And I'd be lying to you if I said that this was easy to talk about. It's definitely not. I know I grew and went past that. Like, you've got 2 choices. You either live in the past, that fearful person, the person that doubts themselves, the person that's broken, or you choose to move on and grow and choose this experience to be part of your growing curve. I'm a very social person. I'm extroverted. I love humans. And it's sad to say, but once upon a time, those girls that bullied me were actually my friends. So the pack leader, she was my friend in grade 7, I believe. I was a smart kid at school. I'm not trying to flex or anything. And because we were friends, this girl used to call me at any time of the day, and I told her it's fine. Night before the exam, which, to be honest with you, that pissed my parents off because they were like, you need to focus on yourself and your studies. And I was like, Mum, you don't understand. Like, this girl's my friend. You don't get it. Then I don't know what happened. The following year, the whole friendship dynamic changed. I was friends with 2 other girls. And there's some things that were a little bit weird. Like, one of those girls, her mum always used to tell her that she was the most beautiful girl ever. I saw a picture of her recently. I don't know why, like Facebook. I guess because I have some people from that school on my Facebook. So Facebook decided to say, oh, you know, you've got mutual friends. Like, you might want to add this girl. She looks like a troll. I know that's such a harsh thing to say, but for the longest time, it was so toxic. Her mum too, like, you know, you would think that older women would be like more mature, but like, she used to literally go up to me and a few other girls and say, oh, like, my daughter's the most beautiful girl. And in front of us, she would tell her, you're the most beautiful. Like, look at all of these girls. They have nothing on you. You're the most beautiful girl ever. And it's so, I don't know about you guys, but it's awful. It really is. I lacked confidence for years of my life. For years, I just thought, oh my God, like, you know, like, I'm just not pretty at all. This girl was a psycho. I remember once I got my hair done. I don't remember why, to be honest. I just remember the boys being like, oh, you know, Hafsa looks really nice today. She was sitting behind me. You know that liquid glue, the intense one? You hate you? She put that in my hair. And it wasn't the tips either. She put that at the root of my hair. I cried. It was my hair, and I thought I had to shave my head off. Luckily, one of the girls, I don't know why, she had acetone. I know acetone isn't great for hair, but she chucked on a little bit and she tried peeling it off. I went up to this girl and I tried asking her, why would you do that? And she's like, I don't know, I just felt like it. And then I told her, if I were in your place and if I did that to you, how would you feel? And then she was like, to be honest, I would rip your hair apart. Then what do you suppose I do? I didn't do anything. Sometimes I feel like I get screwed over so badly just because I'm a nice person. Mum always says that. You're too nice. It started getting more intense. Those girls that I thought were my friends, they weren't my friends anymore. They hid some of my books. I don't know why. It was so messed up. And then I remember I had that incident where we had I think they called it the elocution competition, and I stopped on stage. And I stopped on stage because I saw the crowd and there were 2 girls that were part of the bullying crew, and they were laughing at me. And it really sucked because I remember being frozen on stage, and it was terrifying. Everyone was there and I was alone. I blanked out. I forgot my speech. And then suddenly, like, everyone was laughing. And I wanted to pass out. And I could see the headmistress in the background. She was like, "Keep going." I could see her lips moving. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. And I was so terrified after that. I was terrified of grabbing a mic and speaking in public. And it kept getting worse. I remember eating lunches alone. I remember hiding in the toilet. I remember being hit while we had sports, netball, basketball, you name it. The minute the teacher would turn around, they would hit me. We played hockey, and hockey was like a game of life and death. I'm being a little bit more dramatic here, but like, I'm not even joking when I said they would hit me with the hockey stick. And it would be in places where no one could see. So like literally like under my ribs, on my legs. And the reason why it went worse as time went on was because they moved from physical to mental. They used to call me fat. And part of me knew I wasn't fat, but like they kept saying it. They kept telling me how everyone hated me. I was friends with the guys. And initially all the guys saw what these girls were doing. And then as the years progressed in grade 12, it's like they suddenly developed a plan. They were like, no, we're not going to show anyone. It's just going to be when she's alone with us. The two girls that were my friends, they left in grade 12. They went to another school because they were bullied by proxy. And they told me they couldn't handle it. And I told them I would move with them because I stayed in that school because my so-called friends were there. They literally sent me a message saying, actually, we'd rather that you wouldn't move to our school. We just want a fresh start. It hurt. And the guy was like to me, Hafsa, I want a peaceful year. And I was like, yeah, of course. Like, I don't expect you not to talk to them, to spend time with me, But he let go. He just stopped talking to me altogether. He didn't give a shit. He saw how miserable I was. There was another guy as well. I thought he was my friend. I would put a brave face at school whenever shit would happen, whenever I was alone, whenever like no one would talk to me. I didn't want them to know and get that satisfaction of hurting me. And all of that energy, all of that toxicity, I just channeled that into my studies. I was like, I want to get the fuck out of here. But I couldn't control it for too long. In the bus home, I would cry. And this guy was there. He would always ask me questions, what hurt, whatever. And then one day I found out he had a crush on one of my bullies. And he used to tell her everything and they used to laugh about it, about how they brought me down to tears. So I went up to him after school and I was like, if you were a man, you would say it to my face rather than being a pussy like that. And that felt so good. I wanted revenge. I was so dark on the inside. I hated them within the depths of my heart. I hated them. And I wanted something awful to happen to them for all those times that they tortured me. Once in grade 12, I didn't know that this guy hated me. On the day of his birthday, I just feel it's polite. Like, if it's someone's birthday, it takes like 2 seconds to say happy birthday. If anyone remembered my birthday, it meant the world to me. So I wished this guy a happy birthday. And about a week later, we had our sports day and I won some medals for long jump. I think I managed to jump like 4 meters something, which isn't super impressive, but like I flew way beyond the other girls in my class. I won 5 medals that year. I didn't have anything better to do, so I was just channeling my energy, just trying to distract myself with whatever I could do. So they said I cheated. I didn't. There were 3 teachers there. They said that the teachers favoritized me, and that's why I won. There was a new girl that came to our school in grade 12. That day, this new girl, she sat next to me. Do you know why people are pointing at you? And I was like, no, they always do this to me. And then she was like, do you know what's written about you on Facebook? I said, no, like I was so surprised by what she said. So she opens up my Facebook and I can't see anything written there. And then she was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. They probably blocked you. So this guy blocked me and I saw it from her Facebook account. He said that I was an awful person and that I'm fake. I wished him a happy birthday, but I didn't mean it. And that I'm the worst person ever. I think he chucked in a B word. I don't know. It was just an awful post to read. It was all a lie. I just wished him a happy birthday just to be polite. I didn't realize it would be twisted that way. And those bullies, the girls, they liked it. They had laughing emojis at the bottom. I deleted my account. I couldn't handle it. I overheard my dad telling my mum one day, "Do you actually believe that all of these girls are causing her this much shit?" It hurt because it was like the two people in this entire world that you expect to back you up no matter what, to believe in you. My dad didn't believe it. But I love my mother's response. She was like, "No, I know what my girl is like. I know she means harm to no one. I know she didn't do anything." Mum was an absolute wrecking ball. Like she was phenomenal. She went to the school and she demanded justice. She was literally like, "This guy wrote something on social media about my daughter. The least he can do is take it down and apologize in the assembly in front of everyone to make it as an example for this not to happen again." There wasn't proof before this moment. My mum used to talk to the people at school, but they used to deny, and they were like, "No, the school's a positive environment and this wouldn't be happening to her." I hated my headmistress. She was never supportive. In this instant, though, I hated her, and I'm not going to lie to you, I'm still bitter. She refused. They told him to take it down, but they refused to put him in the assembly. Why? Because apparently my grades are fine, therefore I'm not affected by it. And at the end of grade 12, my grades tanked. I still managed to get into uni. I still managed to get into biomedical science. At Deakin, I still managed to get into medical school. I was so affected by the whole thing. This headmistress had the nerve to send me a Facebook request over the summer during the quarantine period. I didn't accept it. I want nothing to do with her. I cannot believe that she cared more about her reputation and the school than doing the right thing. You would think that years later things would have improved. My mum is a very forgiving person. She believes in taking justice, like basically if someone pisses you off, just say your piece. Just say, "Oh, you upsetted me," rah, 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 and then end of story. I feel like I've developed strength after going to university, but at that stage, I didn't have the balls to do it. So I saw the girl, the one that thought she was the most beautiful, Miss World-like person. I didn't want to talk to her. I saw her in the shopping center and I was like, there is no way I'm going to go up to her and talk. And Mum pushed me as if I was a little bird trying to fly out of my nest. She was like, this has happened 2 years ago. You've moved out of school. Just go say hi. I went and said hi, and her mum was like, "No, you're not saying hi to Hafsa." I cried after that because I was like, why did I put myself in such a position? I was so mad at my mum. 6 years after that event, I saw the boy that wrote those horrible things about me on Facebook. I wasn't keen on him. I said hello, but I didn't want to talk to him. He was still an asshole to me. Some things never change. And for the longest time, even after moving out of that school, even after moving to uni, I thought I had problems. I thought I was unable to make friends. I thought I was socially awkward. I thought I had a problem. I thought there was something seriously wrong with me. How can these people hate me? How can there be so many people that dislike me? And then 2 years ago, one of the girls, who I didn't know, to be honest, I didn't know that she was part of this group. Instagram and social media in general brings all of us together. So I texted her and I was like, "Hey, how are you? How's it going? Congratulations on your wedding. Congratulations on having a baby." And then one day she snaps and she's like, "Hafsa, why do you text me?" And I'm like, "Why not?" And she was like, "I was awful to you. And you're so nice to me. I was so jealous of you. I was friends with those girls in grade 8. And I was so upset that they liked you. So I wanted to do anything and everything in my power to get you guys away from each other." And I was like, it's fine, all is forgiven. She didn't do the worst. The worst happened later. She left before we started grade 9 and went back to Canada. And Mum was curious, so she was like, ask her why. Why did that happen? She was like, honestly, jealousy. I don't know how true that is, but she was like, the girls just hated you. They hated that you used to dux our class. They hated that teachers liked you. Each one had an insecurity of you, and you were just so nice and you were an easy target. So they decided to bully you. They just wanted to break you. Can you imagine hearing that? So with this episode, I want to let you guys know that as much as I hated what happened, as much as I wish I had childhood friends, as much as I wish I knew people in high school that were decent, and I wish I could go home or text those people, I don't give a shit. Those people are out of my life. The head of the bully clan, her dad ended up having cancer. I did not wish that upon her. I texted her and I was like, I know we weren't friends, but if you need anything, let me know. Because that is awful and I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. One other girl that I thought was nice, I guess she wasn't really an initiator. She was more like a follower in the clan, which is just as bad if I'm being completely honest. I texted her last year saying I wanted to see her and something about a class reunion. And then I don't know what brought it. She was like, I'll be honest, like I don't think anyone would want to see you. And I was like, when I saw that, I was so mad and I was like, well, fuck off. Sorry for the language, but like, fuck off. Who do you think you are? I am so done. University really is a different world. The girls that are mean don't end up going anywhere in life. If you were bullied once in your life, more than once, in medical school, whenever, because to be honest, it does happen. And it's so annoying knowing that people still do that to other people. Whether it's intentional or not, how can you not think about how the other person feels? So I want to challenge every single one of you. To those of you who bully, if you were an ex-bully, I dare you to tell me why. I dare you to send me a text or a voice message. Why did you bully? What motive did you get? What sadistic part of your mind? You can remain anonymous. I do not give a shit, but I want to know why. To those of you who are victims, life does get better. It helps. I had my mum, who was an absolute legend, who was a rock, who backed me up. And the scars will always remain. It's number. I don't remember the exact details of incidents. I remember they were mean to me. I don't remember the exact days that I cried and what exactly made me cry. Time truly does heal all wounds.